Okay, we're on.
We're live?
We're live.
All right. Hey, good evening.
Good evening.
What's going on?
Lots going on in the world.
What was your name again?
It's Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. I'm Anthony.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to another episode of
Hey, let's spit it out. The long way out.
I swear you love that.
Well, you can,
I
the
know.
word long,
You can play with it.
you could, you can express it.
Yes. So in our last episode, we did some clarifying, but we got a nice little conversation there about our politics and our differences, and that can continue.
Yeah, that could.
And we can also, I think what we wanted to talk about last time too was some more about the culture shock of you coming out and now seeing more LGBTQ themed things. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I've always been aware, but it definitely heightened my awareness now
Yeah.
because I'm part of the team.
Wow.
Did you hear that race car go by?
Why do they have to do that? It's still a Honda.
No matter what you do to it, it's still a Civic.
Right? God damn. What the hell? Anyway. Yeah, so some of the culture shock that you had, I don't know. Did you have any? Because I guess I was trying to have you watch some movies that I saw before, and
Yeah, you were trying to, influence me a little further.
not influence, more
Well, you were.
educate.
Freducate?
Educate.
Oh, yeah, that's a new word. Freducate. Feeding me knowledge. Freducate.
Oh, okay, that's clever.
Wow.
Well, educate you on cinema and music, I guess. I don't know. So my first attempt, because you have this tendency to just fall asleep while watching TV. Doesn't matter what we're
I
watching.
always have. I always have. I get comfortable and I go out. Even in the movies, I cannot sit in a theater without falling asleep.
No, that's so funny because at one point I was like, is he narcoleptic? Like, do you have narcolepsy? You just kind of go out?
That's it. No, I don't just go out. I just get comfortable. And it doesn't hurt that I'm getting a little older, and I can't stay awake like you youngins.
You just said that this is something that you always did. What are you talking about?
Always did what?
You always fell asleep, regardless.
Oh yeah, you're right. Wow, what a contradiction that was.
I don't
I guess
know.
I was wrong.
It doesn't matter. But anyway, one of the things, we watched a couple of things recently. That TV show, Heated Rivalry, right?
With the athletes, yeah.
Yeah. And then one of the things that you said, you're like, oh my God, hockey players must hate this. Why?
Well, they're tough. They fight. They're checking. They're bumping each other around. Very masculine sport, dangerous sport, fast sport.
But so what?
No, I'm just saying.
They're still hockey players.
They are.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did any of that stuff resonate with you at all? Did you feel like, oh wow, I can see why they like each other? Or
Well, there was an attraction, obviously.
yeah,
I can't think of anything in particular, but it was a good movie.
well, it was a TV
A
show.
show, yeah, it was a
But you
series.
fell asleep during a lot of, by the way, because the end of it was really
Well,
nice.
I just have to say I was interested. I just fell asleep.
I know, and I went on. No, so I started watching shows without you now because.
Well, you fall asleep too because sometimes I wake up and you're sleeping.
Oh yeah, because I get comfortable and I don't sleep a lot.
Well, that's true too.
But anyway, so we saw that where it was like hyper masculine. Well, I wouldn't say hyper masculine, but maybe we could say hyper masculine because it's hockey and I don't play hockey, But the other thing I wanted you to try to watch was The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Funky.
I thought it was a fun movie when I saw it.
It was
30 years ago, over 30 years ago when I watched it. Or was it? Maybe it wasn't that long ago. Close to it. But what did you think about that?
You know, to be honest with you, I fell asleep.
You fell asleep again, you fucker. That's what I'm saying.
I know, right?
I just thought that it was, it was more fun to watch it this time around, I guess, when I was
You knew what to look for this time.
kind of, because I hadn't seen it in so long. But, the actors that were in it are all straight actors, and I don't know if the actors in the other show are straight too. I think they might be, but I didn't dig that deep.
Yeah. Well, you did mention that there's a sequel coming out, so I have to watch and understand the first one before
I didn't know there was a sequel coming out until I started looking up. I started to look up the actors and what they did because I was trying to show you that Guy Pearce.
Isn't he deceased now?
No. That's Terrence Stamp.
Okay, I know that you did mention that one of the actors was deceased.
Yeah, Terrence Stamp who died over the summer.
How old was he?
I think he was in his mid-80s, if not late 80s.
Really?
Because he did that, the first Priscilla movie when he was in his 50s.
Yeah.
And he played a trans character.
Wow.
So very much ahead of its time, the movie was. Or not, but I think compared to like then in the 90s and to what we see now, because now you have that, I don't want to mention this person, this Caitlyn Jenner bitch. I don't know why that Caitlyn Jenner person.
Gold medalist.
Yeah, when she was a male, right? Mm-hmm. But my beef with her right now is that she's very MAGA, and everything that camp represents is pretty much against everything that she represents, right? So I don't understand. Like and I say this all the time to people, you vote for these policies doesn't make you immune to these policies. Right? So they're coming for her one day.
Oh, yeah.
Whether she likes it or not.
Guns drawn.
Well, yeah, fuck her.
Yep.
But anyway. So yeah, I was excited that there was a sequel to the movie, and I was trying to show you Guy Pearce because Guy Pearce was in Memento, right? And then we were watching that other show last night, Mayor of Easttown, which I've been trying to watch for years. And then finally I was like, I'm going to watch it. And I'm like, oh, look, do you recognize that guy?
Yeah.
And you were like, no. And I was like, that's the one from
it did
the
ring
Priscilla
a bell.
movie.
I put two and two together. But, he looks so much different,
well, he's older now, right?
Yeah,
it's 30 years later, and he's going to be in the sequel, which I'm excited about because I really want to see how they tackle that now because of all the changes in the world. Unfortunately, I feel a lot of those changes are getting dialed back given what's happening with this administration.
Right.
So it'll be, scary to see.
Hey, wouldn't it be funny if Donald Trump's son Barron came out of the closet as a gay guy?
I don't know if see, that's the thing. I don't want people to suffer from the stupidity that's happening right now. Would it be like karma? Probably, but I still wouldn't want him to have a hard time because of it.
Right.
Like I don't wish that on anyone because it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
You can't condemn him for his dad's.
Yeah. For his mistakes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. But that's never changed anything before. Wasn't it Cheney? His daughter came out as a lesbian and still he went along with his fuckery, right? Yeah. Didn't support her at all, So I don't know. It shouldn't be an issue. And they're making this non-issue into an issue. Okay. Like, I guess I wanted to go over like the whole gay culture shock thing because I don't think I'm the best representative to show you Like, oh, this is how it is to be
Oh,
gay.
you're doing a good job.
I'm just like, I had to Google like, oh, what's gay cinema look like? And like list these movies. And that's why Priscilla came up. And I was like, oh, let me show you that. But everyone at work was like, hey, Carlos, have you seen Heated Rivalry yet? And I was like, what? What is this? I don't know. Why does everybody keep asking me? And then when I finally put it on, I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it.
There you go.
But I'm glad that people started asking me about it towards the end of the season because I hate waiting for the episodes. I like to just, binge through my shows.
Yeah. How many episodes are there?
There's only 6.
6.
Yeah, so it was a short season, but it got to where it needed to get, and it was a good season. And I hope more is coming. I think that would be nice to see how they progress with it. But anyway, I don't think I'm a great representative because I was never really wrapped into that culture that much because I guess for me it was out of fear and I didn't want to be trying not to, I guess, associate myself with it too much, because I was afraid. And I think there was a lot of shame there, for me.
Right.
Because like I said, wasn't out to my family at that time. Didn't come out till later to everyone. I did come out to some people, obviously. I still lived the life of a gay man. I had relationships. I had boyfriends,
Well, I think you're a great advocate because, you're guiding me through this because it's all brand new to me. I am naive to so much of the, the gay world. I really am.
Oh, I'm not.
I'm kind of lost in it still.
Yeah, and I feel like I have a lot of catching up to do.
Really?
I do. I don't know because I'm not that involved. I didn't attend many pride parades. I'm not involved in any.
That doesn't make you any
gay
less than
committees or communities. Like we could be more involved.
Oh, yeah,
It'd be kind of cool to do that, right? I've gone out to clubs because I enjoy nightlife. I like to go out dancing. I think it would be great to take you out to see for yourself what it's like.
Oh yeah, I would appreciate that.
And plus I'd like to show you off.
We'd have to go to a club where I would fit in. Like I don't want to go to a bunch of kids 23, 24 years old. You know what I mean?
That's what they're all like.
Are they all like
and
that?
I think they are. There's a sprinkling of us in there.
Wow. Okay, just a little sprinkle.
Well, because like for me, like the way I remember it, like if you are a certain age, right, you're going to get a lot of attention. You're going to have a lot of fun. The world is your oyster. You hit 30 and you're fucking dead. Right?
Yeah.
You're dead in the gay world already. You're already an old queen.
So I'm going to be 65. What am I, a dinosaur?
I guess I think we're both dinosaurs at this point, right? So, but it would be cool to go see for yourself. I'd like you to go see it and then have a good time,
I would definitely like to see what all the hoopla is about.
And so one of the things that also came up for us are, was age differences,
Hey, let me just stop you for a second.
Yeah, of course.
A few years back, when I was married, I went to P-Town, to Provincetown.
Okay.
With my wife and another couple. And I don't remember for the life of me, I don't remember the name of the bar, but it was mobbed. It was packed with, it was a gay club, obviously. Provincetown, it was a gay club, but it was packed. And that was the first time I ever stepped foot into anything gay.
Yeah.
And, what I remember clearly, and it stuck out to me, was there was this one massive dude. He was jacked, and he had going across his chest, huge, across his chest and around his ribs to his back, the Marine Corps logo. I was like, whoa, like
Nice.
I wouldn't fuck with that dude.
No.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And like, I was like, wow, can you imagine, like, that what that guy's going through, being a gay guy? Who knows if he was out or not?
When was that?
Oh God, it had to be in the late '90s.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No, no, early '90s because I didn't have a kid yet. And, my first child was born in '89, so it was prior.
Okay. Oh, so it was like in the 80s.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. That's
But he
brave.
was a very masculine dude, and just like watching him dance, and like his physique was intense. I mean, he had a beautiful body. He did. He looked.
You liked what you
He
saw.
looked good. He
Yeah.
looked good.
You liked
But
what you
I
saw.
didn't. I liked what I seen, but I didn't like think of him sexually. I really didn't.
Oh, okay. So that's interesting. So the 80s, right? So growing up, okay, because there's an age difference between us. Our experiences are very different. So you pretty much grew up in the 70s and the early 80s,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I was 80s, 90s, Do you remember? Because I remember the last episode you talked about, or the first episode, you talked about Bobby in your neighborhood,
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Bobby the Quail.
can we just call him Bobby?
Okay. But that's what his name was in the neighborhood.
But that's what I'm saying. Like these days, it's not nice to do
Right,
just say
right,
it's
right.
Bobby.
See, I'm
right?
still learning.
Right? Like, but anyway, with Bobby, right? That was one of your. When was that? The 70s?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was? And you said there was a lot of hate during that time, a lot of
yeah,
gay bashing.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
What was it like in the 80s then?
It was just that, you know what? If you were like a pussy, and like a weakling, you were called a faggot, whether
Mhm.
you were or not. Everybody was a fucking faggot.
Okay.
In a derogatory way.
Yeah.
Labeling you as a faggot.
So being gay was being weak.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's terrible.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's kind of how I grew up too.
Right.
with
You're
that.
dainty,
Yeah.
weak. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
such
You were
bullshit.
feminine. You were girlish.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you want to know something?
Mm-hmm.
We had a teen center in East Boston, the Jeffreys Point Neighborhood Center, and there was back then they weren't dykes, they were tomboys,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a tomboy in the neighborhood. Her name was Debbie, and she was incredible. Like in baseball, hockey, football, we would play in the gym, play football, and tackle each other on the floors, on the hardwood floors. And on the sides, on the walls, there were steel girders holding this gymnasium up.
Mm-hmm.
And there were no padding on there. And like, you were still open game to be tackled near those girders. And this girl, man, she was rough and tumble. She was always one of the first ones to be picked when we were chinging up for size.
Oh, so she held her own.
She really did. She really did. And she dished out, so nobody fucked with her.
Yeah. Good. They shouldn't.
Yeah.
She can play, right?
But something? Everybody, because she was a girl, I can remember some of the guys trying to hurt her more. Trying to hurt her more. Just because she was a girl. Wanted to see her cry.
Oh,
to
yeah.
see if she would cry.
See, those fucking assholes.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a true definition of a fucking pussy.
Yeah. Yep.
Actually, that might be insulting women's vaginas.
Yeah. Right. No, seriously.
But what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not
I haven't
cool.
seen her in years. I wonder what she's like today.
Probably still kicking ass and taking names.
Right?
Nope.
Yeah.
So,
in her 60s. Yeah.
so that was 80s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
and
no, that was in the 70s.
in the 70s. Wow.
That was in the 70s, yeah. That was 76, 77, around there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any crushes that you had secretly? I've always wanted to ask.
On men?
Yeah.
No, not really, no.
Really?
No.
Not any celebrities. Not in the
No.
70s
No.
or the 80s.
But something? I remember somebody asking me, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, this Anthony, two gay guys were asking me,
Mm-hmm.
two gay guys that I worked with. And they were like, Anthony, if you were gay, who would you pick as your partner? I said The Rock.
Really?
I did.
The Rock?
I said The Rock.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Imagine.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I don't look anything like him.
You know, years ago, people did say that I looked like a young Rock when I'm tanned, and
Yes.
I did have people say that to me.
Oh, that's a good compliment then.
The face, not the body. Maybe the haircut. Who knows?
Wow. So in the 80s when I knew, I had like secret crushes on people like let me see. Who? Oh yeah. Oh. George Michael.
Really?
Yeah. George Michael, probably the best voice ever in the industry.
Really? No, he was
good
great.
looking dude.
Really was.
But then I was like, I remember, watching those videos. They'll wake me up.
Yeah.
Before, and I'm like thinking, so nobody knew he was gay then.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I'm sure.
Or
Guys in
maybe
the
he's
gay
because
community.
he's European, because he's British
Yeah.
or English, right? That he got a pass and a musician at the same time, and it was a poppy song, and
Yeah.
you know,
You know what's crazy is I've heard it time and time again. I've heard girls and women say that all the good-looking guys are gay.
well, I think a lot of us are really good looking.
Yeah, no,
For
but I've
goddamn
heard
sure.
I've heard that time and time again. Oh, he's gay. Yeah, I know, right? All the good-looking guys are gay.
They probably make better husbands for them too,
Probably.
right? Because
Well, I don't know. But look at me in the closet for 50 years. I was a good husband until she found out.
Yeah, of course. I I think because of the way I, growing up, having to hide everything, that my this is why I said I'm not probably not the best representative, because I didn't really get to get involved in pride activities too much, because there was just so much shame involved, I guess, and I didn't like that I had to keep
Yeah,
hiding. everything.
I've noticed with you are one to avoid conflict.
Am I?
You are, yeah. I bring it on.
No, I think
But-
I've done my share of bringing it on.
Well, no, but you avoid. You're very gentle, calm. Well, don't do that type of guy.
Well, I think that's the Asian in me, though,
Yeah.
where I don't want to like rock the boat if I don't need to.
Right.
However,
Yeah,
if it came down to something that was, like let's say you were in danger or something because people found out that we're together, like I don't know where this would happen in this country. Well, I'm sure there are places, but yeah, you better believe I'm gonna fucking get up and fight.
yeah.
Like I'm not gonna sit down on that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
right.
then I'll lose my shit, and
Yeah.
then now everybody back the fuck up.
Yeah,
But given that, like I don't maybe because I grew up more culturally Asian, that I don't do things like public displays of affection.
mm-hmm.
I don't do things like go to pride parades and so I never knew if it was because I was ashamed, because I grew up more Asian, or it's a combination of both.
Right. Now I'm the opposite because I grew up Italian, and all we do is hug and kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And I've kissed a ton of men Italian style. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
We don't shake hands. We hug and kiss. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But you know what was weird when we would go somewhere, and you'd meet a friend somewhere, and like say we were in a bar or a restaurant, and they were meeting us there, and it was a place that far from our neighborhood, and they would come in, and I'd get up and hey, and give them a hug and a kiss. People would look at you like, oh, they must be Italian. They didn't.
oh, they're not gay. They're Italian.
Yeah, they must be Italian.
Yeah. So I mean, if they see us do that now,
Oh, right from the rip,
yeah.
because you look gay.
What?
You
What does
do.
that mean?
No, you have you look gay.
I exude gayness.
You reek
fuck?
gay.
What the hell?
No, I mean, come on, you could.
I mean, I'm not
Sometimes-
offended by that. I
right.
am gay, and I'm.
Your your actions, your voice, you have,
I have an intonation in my voice.
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yes. I I'm not offended by it.
Well, I'm not trying to offend.
You know, but I'm less ashamed now because I'm out and, and I'm trying to, like, I guess, figure things out. And, it's nice as a couple that we can do these things together and not, like, care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it'll be nice. But still, the public displays of affection still kind of make me a little bit uneasy.
Yeah.
I'm still, and again, and I guess I was like that when I dated girls too. I didn't like to do that in public.
I still find it a little awkward. Like the other day we were in Trader Joe's and you called me baby. You know what I mean?
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. I find that, I was like, I guess I'm, I am. You call it, you say it to me all the time.
Yeah.
But it felt a little weird in public. I wasn't bothered by it, but, I'm like, well, that's me now. I mean, I'm in a relationship with a man, and, if he wants to call me baby wherever we are.
I didn't realize I did that because I guess I'm getting comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, or not give a shit.
Right.
Plus this is Massachusetts. And,
Yeah.
like, be hard pressed to find someone to be like, start bashing us. Because I think other people would be like, what the fuck's happening here?
Right.
Like, let's cut that shit out right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but the age gap, we were talking about.
What are we, 15 years?
We are 15 years.
Dang.
But you're turning 65.
Yeah.
Right.
Holy shit.
I know.
I'm getting the 65-year-old male. Holy shit.
Oh, the big kicker.
My God,
when
Medicare.
they got the bill from Medicare, from the government.
Really?
Got to pay your premiums now.
All of a sudden, you got a bill. I didn't even get a card yet, and they're billing me.
Well, I mean, technically, you don't kick in until Medicare next month.
Yeah.
Because that's your birthday month, right? So,
I never knew that you had to pay for Medicare.
I didn't either. What a bunch of fuckery.
I thought that, that we put into the system all these years. And, when you turn 65, you get Social Security and you get Medicare. And I didn't know that you had to pay $208 a month.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's for Medicare Part B. I learned a lot because I think I spent the whole fucking afternoon going through their website trying to understand how the fuck this worked.
And I'm insured in work. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield and work. So I'm trying to find what's better to do. Stay with Blue Cross Blue Shield or go with the Medicare. And we did a little research, and I think it's you save some money with the Medicare.
And you probably get covered for more stuff.
Yeah.
So what I learned from that was, so everyone at some point is going to be covered for Medicare Part A. That's your hospital insurance, right? And then you have your Medicare Part B, and that's your doctor's insurance, right? To go to the doctor's office. And that's the part that you have to pay for.
And then you have the plus with the dental and the vision.
Yes. Like I forget the Advantage, I think they call it. And you still need to sign up for a fucking drug plan. Yeah. Why are there so many? Just fucking have one, for fuck's sake. It's ridiculous.
I don't know how, some of these elderly, if you're not computer savvy or if you don't understand and you're getting this stuff in the mail, man, you get a lot of mail.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is...
and email, too.
Oh,
what the fuck?
It's insane. It's insane.
It took me so long to figure that out. And then we finally arrived at the decision that, it's probably better for you to take this coverage,
right.
But I don't understand why in America that you need to worry about this stuff when you hit a certain age. Right? So you're supposed to stop fucking working.
Yeah.
Right? So how are you supposed to pay for that? And then I arrived to the I guess the conclusion that, this is where you have to have a 401k or a 403b.
But, to help cover with the Medicare, if you're collecting Social Security, they take it right out.
Oh, yeah. They rip it right out of you before you get anything.
Yeah.
Right? So it comes out of that automatically. But you still need retirement funds because fucking social security ain't going to pay for fuck all. It's going to pay for fuck all. Buy a pack
of gum.
Right? Yeah. It's not going to cover shit, you know? And it's so offensive. So for all of you younger listeners, if there's any listeners, save money, put up money aside.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad that I did that. I wish I would have done it more so. I didn't wisen up to like saving until probably in my 30s, my late 30s into my 40s. But even then, I still don't have enough to retire. And so my plan is to never retire, you know? So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't have this problem, right? This shouldn't be a problem for someone who's supposed to be enjoying their golden years.
Yeah, you're getting into the chill life and you're worrying yourself fucking sick.
Like, how am I going to do this? How am I not going to get sick? You're so lucky that you're not on any medications.
And thank God.
That you don't have any chronic illnesses. Knock on wood.
Yep.
Right? But you never know.
Right.
And that's the thing.
Yeah, it can happen
you just have to have coverage. And the thing is, like, the other beauty of taking Medicare over your job's insurance, right, is that if you decided that you didn't want to do your job anymore, you can go to another job and not have to worry about insurance. Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing?
Yeah.
If everybody had that option, if Medicare was available to everyone, right? So they didn't have to keep a shitty fucking job. So they had fucking health benefits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I mean, there should be a way that it's made available to everyone.
The way it is right now, you're fucked if you do and you're fucked if you don't.
Yeah, it's so true, though.
Really?
It's so crazy.
Seriously.
But like I said, you shouldn't have to worry. And if Medicare was available to everybody, they wouldn't have to like worry about good coverage, right? Yeah. Like there are, you know, supposedly there are subsidies to help people, but those got taken away recently, right? With this administration. Hopefully the votes will come in and turn that around. I haven't looked up to see if that happened yet because there's other fuckery going on in the world right now.
Yeah, right.
You know? But no one should have to worry about that. And that's one of the things that I don't want to worry about at all when I get older.
Right, yeah. You know? I never thought I had to worry about it until this month.
Yeah.
You know, when they billed me.
But at the end of the day, it's still cheaper than your regular insurance, even though your job subsidizes it. It's
you know what's crazy too, Carlos?
And it covers more.
It's mandatory that you sign up 3 months before your birthday. And if you don't, you get penalized.
Yes, and that penalty stays until you die. It doesn't go away.
Right.
Right?
Unreal.
So, yeah, it is unreal. But Massachusetts has that same thing because we have healthcare here that's offered to everyone.
Yeah, Mass Health.
Right? If you can become eligible for it.
Right.
Right? And
you know something? Mass Health is pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
Yeah, it is good. You know? So what else? We were talking about that. Oh, and the other thing, like about the age difference, you know, because, oh God, here's my nerdy part. Because I am a nurse, right? So I have this awareness of you aging and, you know, about your health. I think about my mortality a lot. Yours, mine, people as they get older, you know, like this past week, you're getting your ass kicked right now because of the sciatica.
Out of nowhere. out of nowhere. I got a pinched nerve in my ass, and I'll tell you, it fucking buckles you at times.
It does, you know.
You know, and it's weird because...
You've never had it before.
No, never had it, but like, you know when you get hurt and you laugh?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, like, I got it so bad. I was like, oh, my God, this is, it's crazy.
And it's right on your butt cheek.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's right on your butt cheek. It is.
It's crippling.
I had it for like, it had to be like 3 months.
I hope it goes away quick. I can't do 3 months with it.
You got to stretch it out.
I do.
You got to take the anti-inflammatories.
God.
You know? But it's stuff like that, you know? I mean, you tend to be more laid back about it than I am because I'm always like, Anthony, you got to... You know, don't do that because you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to like you and safety are just not friends. I don't understand.
A rough and tumble lifestyle.
I don't know, man. You got to be careful now.
Yeah,
You're not,
I know.
You know, we're not young anymore. And like little things, you know, hurt you. Like I take the stairs all night long when I'm at the hospital.
Yeah.
you know, because I'm like, that's the only exercise I'm really getting.
Right.
So I walk around, I round all the floors
Yeah.
in the hospital all night long. And I take the stairs,
Mm.
you know. I mean, there are some days where I'm like, oh, I'm on the second floor. Do I really want to climb to the seventh right now?
There's 7 floors in that hospital, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But
I have to stop saying Jesus Christ.
it doesn't matter. I
God.
do it all the time. It's, you know, why do
Maybe
you
I'll
have to
just say
stop?
holy fuck.
There you go. That works too.
Holy fuck.
I don't know. I don't really subscribe to religion, so I don't really care. And you know, it's really funny because that's just an expression that we use here, because there are like people who are Jewish or Muslim American that say Jesus Christ, because that's just a phrase that we use, you know. But anyway, we had a conversation the other day that because you have kids, and you were asking me if that was common in the community.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, I suppose it is, because I know couples who have children, you know, whether it was from adoption or if it was from a surrogate. Okay. But I guess what you meant was,
Like me.
yeah,
Yeah.
like had your own.
Divorced dads that have kids that are now with a Jen.
But I would imagine that it would be more common during your era, during your time growing up.
I don't know anybody that is gay that I grew up with that has kids.
Maybe we could have some people call in
Yeah.
and talk about it, you know?
I remember maybe about 15 years ago, my sister that lived in Westwood, one of her neighbors came out, and he was married, and they had just had a newborn.
Yeah.
And they got divorced. I know that.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen in the news, or I've seen stories where, you know, women who've come out later in life after they've had their children with their husbands and things like that, you know. I'd like to hear those stories too.
Yeah.
You know, because women don't need a man anymore. Right? They're science now.
Yeah. You know something? I always like girls hook up with girls just to hook up. You know, I know that goes on.
No, that's a generalization, Anthony.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
No, because there are women out there that are like, no, I've never done it. Have no desire to do it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But, you know, have you ever seen like, you know, girls have a sleepover and they're all huggy with each other, and, you know.
But that's not sexual.
No, but I think it leads to, I could be wrong.
It doesn't lead to that.
Am I creating a scenario here?
I think you are.
Okay.
I think that's just how men think.
Yeah.
Women don't
I
think
get
like that all
in trouble
the
with this
time.
fucking head of mine.
Oh my God.
Both of them.
Well, we're learning. We have a lot to learn, and people could call in and educate the shit out of us. Please.
Yeah, do so.
We would love to have a conversation with someone on the pod. So yeah, I think they're out there. I've heard of it, you know. I think when I love TV shows that are oldie worldy, you know, like Downton Abbey. Oop, you just jumped from your sciatica just now.
I did.
Yeah, that looked like it hurt.
God.
Is that pillow helping that you're
saying?
saying?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yikes. So I love like Downton Abbey, those old British shows from, you know, that, you know, were historical fiction stuff on TV. I watch a lot of TV. It's embarrassing.
Now you blow my mind. You know, you watch all these series, and you know, like you're on season 3, episode 12 of this one, season 4, episode 8 of this one, and I haven't started any of them, and I'm like all fucked up and confused.
Oh, stop falling asleep.
Oh my God. No, but you've been watching them, you know, before you met me.
Oh yeah, like,
you know,
like Call the Midwife.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, the point that I was trying to make was they have gay characters in these shows, you know, and a lot of them had to keep it secret. Men, women, didn't matter. They still had to keep their relationships a secret. You know, they men and women who were gay still had to go through it with marriage to the opposite sex, even though they didn't want to. They still had to live that life. So I'm sure children were born during that era from those types of arrangements, you know? So hard to say, but but that's my only like reference, point of reference that I have for that. But I don't know anyone other than you right now that has that, you know? But it doesn't change anything, right? Because like, even though like there is proof that says that we are born this way, right? It doesn't mean that you pass that on to your kids, right?
Yeah. It's not,
you know, people
hereditary.
Because people fucking forget where gay people come from, right? They come from straight people, assholes. Like, what the fuck, you know? Like, let's not be shitheads about this.
Yeah. You know, but I'll tell you right now, I have a gay nephew and a gay niece. And it did go through my head, like, is this hereditary? Are they like this because of Uncle Anthony?
No.
No, but it does. I thought of it. I did think of it.
Well, because I have a trans cousin. God bless him. He's amazing. Such a smart kid.
I got to meet him over the Christmas holiday.
I know. And you didn't know that he was trans.
No, I didn't know that he was a female. He's a guy.
Yeah, he started out his transition probably a couple years ago when he started taking testosterone, you know? But yeah, straight up dude.
Yeah.
You know, which is amazing. And his dad is super supportive. And remember what I said?
Right. What's his name?
Alden?
Alden, yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a smart dude, you know? And his dad, my uncle, like he was the right person, right? And
yeah, your uncle has a heart the size of a watermelon.
Yeah,
that
guy is amazing. You know, such an amazing dude. And his two other kids are super supportive of their sibling, you know? And it would kill me that my mother would still refer to Alden as Sabrina still. And I'm like, and it makes me fucking crazy because I'm like, Mom, stop it.
Yeah.
Not a woman, not female. Right. Knock it off. Okay? Like, you know.
That's going to, you know, all that's going to do is create animosity with him.
Well, you know, but there's such a high suicide rate for trans people.
She'll never see him again if she continues.
You know?
You know?
That's just it, right?
Because he'll estrange himself from the family.
And thank God that hasn't happened because my uncle is super supportive and so loving. It's not going to happen. He is so close to his kids, my uncle. Like, he's so good to them. He's so good with them.
Right. No, but I'm talking about your mom.
Yeah. It almost happened with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Because you didn't talk to me for quite some time. And I was so disappointed in me all those years, right? But I don't want to shit talk my mom because
of course not. My
mom is a brilliant woman who worked for everything. And I told you today, she was brilliant. You know, she still is. She's a smart woman. She knows her shit. She works so hard. And I give her so much respect for that, you know?
Yep.
Quite frankly, she did amazing things with her life. You know, she came to this country, didn't speak English, was a cashier, worked her way up in a company to the top. You know, I mean, holy shit, right? Like, self-made woman right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I give her mad respect for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Real plugger.
Well, was I like a disappointment? Probably. Because like, they didn't achieve what she achieved, you know?
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I'm doing fine. I'm not going to, you know, I'm happy. Okay. But I don't want to, my mom's not an awful person, you know. She loved me the way that she knew. She was very young, you know. She still took care of me, you know.
She did what she could for the time.
Yeah, you know, and those were the times. And thankfully, my mom has come around, okay. And she has for my trans cousin as well, you know, because she did not refer to Alden as a female this time.
Really?
Yes. I paid attention because I wanted to be like, what is she going to do?
Yeah.
You know? And she was cool with it. Right. So that was great, you know? So that made me feel good. So my mom is learning, you know, she's still very right. We still need to work on that, you know. But there are reasons why she thinks like that, but that's another discussion. Anyway, we talked about the kids in the, you know, from LGBTQ in the community. I would love to hear from people who are in the same situation as Anthony. Tell your story. Share with us, please.
We know you're out there.
You know, please find us. I hope they find us and talk.
Yeah.
Because it would be great to have these cool conversations, you know.
Hey, you know what we have to do? We have to get a timer.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just like to see how long we've been talking.
Been 45 minutes.
Really?
Well, we fucked around the first 5 minutes. So, and I edit a lot of stuff out.
Time flies when
It does. It does.
when you're on the air.
So, I guess in the news, what's been getting your attention?
Iran.
Oh yeah, Iran. Yeah. Interesting because
They killed like I think I heard,
protesters.
like 3,000. I think I heard
Was it that many?
1,500, 3,000. I don't remember. I know it was a lot.
Motherfucker, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All because they want to protest for a better life.
Yeah.
You know, what really bothered me was that Trump was like, "Oh, we're gonna lay bombs on you" or some shit like that if you don't stop killing protesters. I'm like, motherfucker, what are you doing here in this country?
Yeah.
They're killing protesters too, and you're not doing shit but giving them immunity for killing
God.
innocent Americans.
Such a hypocrite, man.
It is so hypocritical,
Really?
but he's so trying for that Nobel Peace Prize that he
Yeah.
didn't get last time, right? Like, I don't know much about that either, or how often that comes around. Does it come every year? I don't fucking know. But I feel that he's fucking butthurt because he didn't fucking get it last time.
Yeah.
And so he's trying
Doesn't
for it
deserve it.
again. No, he doesn't fucking deserve it, dude. Like, America first. Like, hello.
He must have
Americans are getting killed.
He must have been pissed off because it went to AI, right? The man of the year.
No. That's something else.
It is.
Nobel
Yeah,
Peace Prize
You're right. You're
went
right.
to,
Yeah, I'm thinking differently.
Who's that woman in Venezuela? The one.
Oh, Hungary.
Was it Hungary?
Hungary.
I can't even remember.
Yeah, she was from Hungary. Hungary.
I don't remember anything. I'm
The
really
only
bad.
reason why I remember Hungary is because I work with somebody that's from Hungary and we chatted about it.
Yeah. Well, what I'm seeing in the news a lot of is, the state of healthcare right now. You know, I see a lot of flu right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. And it's killing people,
Oh, yeah.
like COVID days
Yeah.
again, where I'm seeing people getting intubated for their respiratory illnesses. And I mean, granted, they have other comorbidities, other
Right.
illnesses,
Yeah.
that they're up against. But like, get your flu shot if you haven't gotten it yet. It's not too late for that, please. I still believe in vaccination, despite what this administration thinks right now about vaccination.
I mentioned to you yesterday that I feel as though I haven't been the same since I got the COVID shots. And I'm not going to downplay it.
I don't know if that's
A
true.
little
That could have been.
foggy, I don't know if it's maybe I'm getting older, but right from the rip, I would say, I started feeling weird upstairs.
Well, you got that years ago too,
Yeah.
right? I haven't suffered any.
Well, 2019.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I was first in line to get that shit. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
I was
fuck,
too.
I don't want
I
to
was-
fucking die from this.
Yeah.
If I
Because
have
at the
to work.
time I was working at the Central Hospital, and I got it the same time. They were one of the first to get them,
Yeah.
and because I worked in the emergency room, I got one early on.
Yeah. I didn't want to die from it, so I got mine the second day it was available.
Yeah.
I wasn't first, but boy, I was that weak.
During COVID, I had the trifecta. I worked at 3 different hospitals as a recovery coach, making my rounds, 12-hour shifts to
Yeah.
3 emergency
I just stuck it to one.
Yeah.
It was enough. But I'm not going to
It
lie.
was enough.
It was hard because a
Yeah.
lot of sick people came because people only showed up because they were really fucking sick.
Yeah.
Right. There wasn't any fuckery that we see a lot of.
Right.
But there's a different reason why there's all that fuckery, because people can't get to their doctors anymore, and or they're losing their health care.
Oh my God, I lost my primary care physician. He went on to a bigger, brighter job, and I've had him for a number of years, and it was like losing a friend. He knew everything about me.
Oh yeah.
And now I have to get one. But the
have
way
to
they
get a new
did
one.
it, the way, you think that I would have gotten a call, or he would have said something during my last visit. It was like, this Dr. So-and-so is no longer with, this physicians group.
Yeah.
And you need, you have 90 days to find, a new PCP.
You need to find one like tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because your Medicare is going to kick in, so you need to have someone
absolutely, right.
established.
Yeah,
right?
no
That'd be
doubt.
better. But my point is, get the flu shot, get your vaccines, that you're supposed to. Get your pneumonia vaccine, your pneumovax if you're eligible for it. Shingles, all of that stuff that protects you, okay? It doesn't make you, vaccines are not supposed to make you not get sick, right? Because you can still get the flu if you're exposed to it. The hope is that you don't get hospitalized and or die from the flu, okay? So that's what it's there for. So yes, so they're still useful, all right? The other thing that's come up recently was the strike, the nurses' strike in New York City. Wow. Nurses are pissed, and rightfully fucking so.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're eating so much shit right now,
Well, you're not recognized as a professional. What did Trump say about you guys?
Oh yeah, that's right. We're not a profession anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a way to not have to help pay for the education, which is bullshit.
Yeah, he didn't say that when he got shot in the ear.
Yeah, but was that real or staged?
No, I know, right?
Because you don't hear much about that,
Fucking BB gun.
right? So, but anyway, like, we don't have any evidence either way to say it happened or dispute it. But the thing is, nurses are pissed, rightfully so. Healthcare is a fucking mess right now.
It is.
Okay. In an ED right now, emergency department, you're getting like at least 50 boarders, which are people who have been admitted to the hospital and cannot move to the floors because there's no room at the inn.
Yeah.
There's really no fucking room. Okay.
They don't admit anybody anymore for the most part. You have to be on your deathbed.
Admit everybody now.
They do?
Yes, that's why we have so many fucking boarders. So we have all these sick ass people. I mean, a lot of them are super sick and they need to be there. Okay. But there's no room in the emergency room and people still keep coming in, right? So you have 50 people who are waiting that are admitted. They need to move upstairs. There's no room to move them upstairs. Then you have like 50 people in the fucking waiting room. And then you have another 30 in the waiting in the ED that haven't been seen, that need to be seen by physicians.
Oh, God.
Like, how do you deal with that?
Yeah.
Right. And so the ratios, the numbers, of patients that each nurse has, and then it goes up.
Oh, of course.
Right? And it's really not safe to have, in my opinion. You should really just cap it 4 patients per nurse, because they do everything. 5, that's it, and no more.
Right. You could get hung up with one patient for a couple of hours.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that's what happens, especially like in the emergency department, or it happens on the inpatient floors too, that if one of your patient gets really sick, or you're coding your patient, or a trauma comes into the ED, right? It takes all the resources to stabilize that patient, right? Because you don't want them to die in the end.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when all of those resources are being used to stabilize this patient, your other ones just sit there.
Right.
Okay.
For a long time.
They do, because we have people that sit in the ED for days before they come upstairs, unfortunately, and the care is not the same, because emergency nursing is very different from inpatient nursing and vice versa. It's a different animal. I can tell you right now that when I cared for patients that were inpatients, it was a difficult task because I didn't do it ever.
Right.
I started out as an ER nurse. I never worked on the floor, but now I got a good glimpse of it these days with my new role.
You know what blew my mind when I was working in the EDs was the amount of ETOH
Yes.
patients, like in the emergency departments in the cities.
Yes.
Like for instance,
So the alcohol substance use disorders.
Yeah. Like for instance, the emergency room. It was tiny. Maybe they had 15 rooms,
Yeah.
and the shelter was nearby. So, a lot of homeless in the area. And there were times that I was in that ED and there weren't any normal patients. They were all alcoholics, that, somebody sees them sleeping on a park bench and they call the police. The police calls the ambulance and then they have to go in. And once they're admitted, they can't leave till they're medically cleared. You know how that works.
Yes.
And when I tell you, they had and it was like night after night after night.
It's exhausting down there.
It is, yeah.
And it is our job to like stabilize, make sure that they're safe to leave and that sort of thing, right? Because sometimes they have psychiatric disorders that go along with that.
Oh, yeah, there's secondary illnesses with them, every one of them just about.
And sometimes they come in, under the influence, right? They're drunk, and they say they're suicidal.
Right.
Which we coin in the ED as drunkicidal.
Yeah. And, you know something? And like some of them, what you guys call frequent flyers.
Oh, yeah.
There was one guy who presented to the ED over 170 times in 1 year.
Yeah, that's oof.
Like everybody knows your name,
And that's expensive for healthcare to cover that
well,
cost.
you know what? Like where I worked in Quincy, there's a shelter close by, and if you're not in the shelter at 6 p.m., you're not getting in for the night.
Yeah.
So these guys are using it as a motel, a place to crash.
But they're still patients.
Right.
Okay. We still have to take care of them because sometimes when they start to sober up, if let's say they're drinking every day handles of vodka,
of course,
then they start to go into withdrawal.
Yeah.
And now they become a medical problem. Now they become
absolutely.
Right? And the ones who say they're suicidal, right?
Prone to seizures.
Now you can't send them out because what if they kill themselves when you're not, when they're outside of, out of your ED,
right?
And
just about every one of them is combative.
Yes.
I want a cigarette. Can you get me another sandwich?
But do you see why nurses have had enough of this bullshit?
Yeah.
Like you're getting abused, you get physically abused sometimes. You
I got
definitely
hit
get verbally
hit in the
abused.
back of the head with a urine bottle.
Oh yeah, I've been kicked in the face. I've been, like it's enough. When you have and I don't know if more money is going to be what's going to solve the problem. I'm sure the nurses are like, we need better ratios. You need to hire more nurses. You need to, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because the problem I see at night is that, the census of the patients remains the same while your staffing goes down.
Yeah.
And that's both for providers and your nurses, right? And your techs and your CAs.
Yeah. Why do they like chop off?
Because the assumption is they go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
Right? So you're going to be doing less work. It's not the case. It's not the case.
I know, like, say, for instance, you have a cold, right? It seems to come on stronger at night. You know what I mean? For some reason, when it's time to go to bed, you start feeling like shit again, and it comes on stronger at night. Yeah.
But things happen at night. And when bad things happen at night, you have fewer people to deal with it, right? So I hope these nurses in New York City get what they want, okay? Because in California, there are ratios. And there was a vote in Massachusetts not too long ago, well, maybe like the last 10 years, where we were trying to set ratios. And of course, the union fought for it, but the hospitals fought against it, right? Because they don't want to hire more. They don't want to spend more,
right?
But really, we should be capping in a nurse like at 4 patients in ED. It shouldn't be more than that. Things would probably run a lot more efficiently.
Quality care versus...
Yeah. And how do we hit those metrics, of keeping your patient happy, the customer service when you have too many and you're just stretched too thin? There's no fucking way. Stop it. That's some bullshit right there, right? So you make an impossible situation harder, So I hope these nurses really get what they deserve. They deserve more, probably better pay, better ratios, safer conditions for themselves and for their patients.
Well, we'll see what happens. They have the new mayor there.
And I love him because
we'll see what
he
happens.
showed up for them, and was like saying, get back to that table, guys, negotiate.
Right.
Okay. Like this, that's exactly what politicians should be doing. They should be supporting the people.
Right.
Right? Like, not like play along with the fuckery where you're trying to screw people. No, enough of that.
Enough is enough.
But I like that Mamdani was there for them. Yeah. So that was pretty badass. But that's why he's now the new mayor, right? Because he paid attention.
Right. Let's see if he carries any weight.
I hope he does. I hope he pulls through. I hope he surrounds himself with some good people to make things work, because I'm sure that's a really shitty job that I wouldn't want. You know what I'm saying? I don't want any leadership position like that.
Yeah.
I'm happy that that's happening in New York, because the thing is, but it should start with, patient safety, the safety of our nurses, the people who are doing the bulk of the fucking work for caring for those patients. Like, enough already. And those fucking hospitals had the fucking audacity, and I get that they have to cover those spots because they have to take care of patients at the end of the day. But travel nurses, when they are called for a strike, boy, are they worth a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Suddenly you have all this fucking money to burn.
Right. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And I'm talking like at least $100 an hour, but that's a joke. It's probably more like $200 an hour plus a bonus on top of that.
Right.
For this strike,
Yeah.
So you suddenly have all this money to burn, and now you can't even support your own people. Yeah. So that's,
like you say, fuckery.
Yeah. Stop screwing the people that are trying to do a good job, that want to do a good job, right? Make the conditions better, make the pay better. Bottom line, it shouldn't be that hard.
Keep everybody happy.
Yeah. And I think everybody else will be happy, including the patients. Right. So that's the strike in New York City. Go, New York City nurses.
Go.
Because if that goes through, it's going to happen here too.
Yeah.
The whole, a lot of hospitals are going to be on fire over this, right?
Hey, can we cut to the sports desk for a minute?
Yes.
Carlos. I've got Carlos into football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
We're loving the Patriots.
Wow.
They're on a roll. They're playing Sunday against the Texans.
Oh.
Last night I was
such a boring fucking game.
That was with the Steelers, the Texans. Horrible game. But the size of some of these guys.
Yeah.
6'8", 380. Can you imagine getting pounded by that?
No, absolutely not.
God almighty.
I'm good. I'm all set.
Dang.
Don't need that.
Man,
that's
man.
Getting run over by something that's like getting hit by a car. We're good.
But it's funny to watch Carlos watch a game. It's pretty cool.
Now I get into it.
Yeah.
Because now I understand it a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't understand everything yet, because sometimes I'm like, what did just happen?
Right.
Or when there's a bad play, I'm like, what the fuck was that? That was so stupid. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But that just reminded me, though, speaking of the sports desk. Well, I hope they make it to the Super Bowl, so I'm rooting for the Pats.
Absolutely.
But on the sports desk, wasn't there today, there was about trans student not allowed to play women's sports. Yeah, and we've had a discussion about this before, because it got heated amongst us and our friends,
Is this something before Congress or?
Well, I think it's at the Supreme Court right now.
Okay,
and I think today they talked about it.
Yeah.
Where this student was not allowed to play in women's sports. And she's had the testosterone blockers forever now. She is a female, and I think the argument is, well, you're a biological male, so therefore you can't play. And
right.
I guess they cited some unfairness because you're already developed.
Yeah.
You're more muscular, you have a larger heart, larger lungs. But I'm like, come on, knock it off.
Yeah.
I don't think that's right. But that also connected to our conversation that we had in the past where, When is too early for someone to transition?
Mm.
You know, and in my opinion, in my humble opinion, that is a individual decision. It's a
Right.
family's decision.
Yeah.
I don't think the court should be involved in any of that shit
Yeah.
at the end of the day, right? Same thing with abortion.
Mm.
You know, you don't have to fucking like it. It's not your decision.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's a medical procedure.
Right.
And that should be between the woman and her doctor.
Yeah.
End.
Right.
Okay. But the fact that they've outlawed it in a lot of these states is fucking crazy to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, like, so let's say the child is born with a crippling condition, or child is born to, you know, where the family can't afford the child. Like, where are these pro-lifers now? Right? Are they going to be any help to this family? They're not.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we believe in pro-life. I'm like, okay, so when they're born, you still give a shit about that life? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fucking crazy thing to me,
Yeah.
you know? But I don't know. The whole trans thing, like, I think they should be allowed to play, but like, whatever, you know? But that's just my opinion.
Right.
I really want to hear other people's opinion.
Yeah.
You know, and like, I don't think there is such a thing as too early for someone to transition. I don't know, how did you felt differently about that?
Well, I mean, yeah, I did. You know, like decision, like to make the decision. You know, they're just they're not educated enough on the issue, or you know, is it peer pressure? Because they've seen a friend do it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a fad? It's, you know, it's...
I don't think that's a phase that someone goes through, because you can make the same argument about
yeah.
me too at 5 years old.
No, I
kind
hear you.
of like going, oh,
You know, to
I'm
be
different.
honest, I don't know too much about it, you know, and you know, I'm not going to open up a can of worms, and, you know.
I would love to have a discussion.
If you got nothing good to say, don't say anything. And I'm not going to say anything bad, because I just, you know, I'm uneducated in that division.
I so want people to call in to talk about this, because it's a good topic to talk about.
It is.
So on our last thing, you're meeting with 2 old friends soon.
3.
3, okay.
Yeah. You know, we, you know, friends of over 50 years. You know, we were all in each other's weddings. We're godfathers to, you know, to their children. And, you know, we haven't seen each other for a number of years, and we're meeting at a local pub in Boston.
Oh, when is that?
In East Boston, the 30th of January, yeah.
Ooh, that's coming soon.
Yeah, so there's 3 of us.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get them as guests on the show.
It's going to be interesting, because, you know, I've only seen one of them, Joe, when we went...
to P-Town?
Yeah, when we went on the boat. You met him.
Yeah.
But the other 2, I haven't seen since I came out. And, you know, one of them, Big Jim, you know, I remember, you know, on when I came out on social media, and, you know, he did a comment, and his comment was, just like everything else in life, you hid that well, you know.
Oh,
you
that's
did
kinda...
that well. But, no, he did it in a nice way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You
in a
meant that
nice
it's a
way.
compliment.
Yes,
But
it's a
how is that a
compliment.
compliment? That's not hiding it well. Come on.
No, I said it wrong. He said, just like everything else in life, you did that well.
Okay.
That's the way he put it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's being a friend.
Oh,
not a
of
jerk.
course. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not judging, because I don't know them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I hope
they're
like
all
me.
great guys. They're all behind me.
I hope when I meet them, they're cool.
Oh,
So,
of course they will.
you know, but it would be great to have them on the show.
Oh, yeah. That would be hilarious.
You know, I can get 2 more mics.
They'll tell you some fucking crazy stories about me, you know?
That would be kind of fantastic.
Oh, my God.
All right,
I was a
folks.
fucking nutcase growing up. I still am.
We'll save that for another
Absolutely.
episode.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess we're out of time. So,
Out of time.
wow.
Hey.
Well, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, we had
Please,
some fun tonight.
like us, subscribe, do whatever.
Yeah, give us a call.
Send us a message. We'd love to have you on the show.
Yeah.
And have a good day, everybody.
Yeah. Nighty night. Chow mein.